I finally bought my dream house, but my son betrayed me that same day. Grandpa, get out now. I had been dreaming about it for 40 years. A white two-story farmhouse with a wraparound porch, sitting on 3 acres just outside Asheville, North Carolina. The kind of place where you could drink your morning coffee while listening to birdsong, not traffic. When my wife Linda was alive, we used to drive past that property and say, "One day, Joe, one day." But life had other plans. Mortgage payments, college tuition for our 2 kids, medical bills. The dream had to wait. Linda passed away 7 years ago, and I figured I'd never see that dream house again, at least not as mine. But then last month, my old hardware store sold for more than I expected. With the money, I finally did it. I bought the farmhouse. The morning I got the keys, I felt like I was 20 years younger. I even called my son Daniel to share the news. "Dad, that's incredible," he said. "Listen, me, Sarah, and the kids would love to come see it. Maybe stay a while." Of course, I said yes. Family was everything to me. By noon, they arrived. Daniel, my oldest, was always ambitious, always moving up in life. His wife, Sarah, was polite, but I could never quite tell what she thought of me. And my grandkids, Emily 10 and Jack 8, ran through the house like it was Christmas morning. "Wow, Dad," Daniel said, walking through the spacious living room. "This place is perfect." I smiled. "It's our dream, son. Your mom would have loved it." He nodded, but his eyes lingered on the high ceilings, the French doors, the massive backyard. We spent the afternoon unpacking my boxes, laughing and eating pizza on the porch. I thought it was one of the happiest days of my life. But then, just as the sun was setting, Daniel pulled me aside. "Dad, I've been thinking," he began, shifting uncomfortably. You're not getting any younger. And this is a lot of property to take care of." I chuckled. "Don't worry about me. I've got plenty of energy left." "That's not the point," he said, his tone sharper now. "Sarah and I think it makes more sense for us to move in here. With the kids, you could take the apartment above our garage. Less work for you, more space for us." I stared at him, not sure I'd heard right. "Daniel, I just bought this house today. This is my home." He sighed, almost impatient. "Dad, you don't need all this space. We do. It's better for the family if we live here. You can still visit." Something cold crept into my chest. "Visit? This is my home." And then, as if the day couldn't get crueler, Sarah walked in and said, "Joe, it's settled. We're moving in next week. You can start packing tonight." I wish I could say I fought back. But in that moment, I was too stunned, too hurt. This was my son, the boy I'd taught to ride a bike, the man whose first mortgage I'd helped pay. And now he was telling me to leave the very house I had worked my whole life to own. When I didn't respond, Daniel's voice turned cold. "Dad, get out now. We'll handle things from here." Emily had been standing in the hallway. I saw the confusion in her young eyes. "Why are you making Grandpa leave?" she asked softly. Daniel brushed her off, but I could see she didn't understand, just like I didn't. That night I packed my things in silence. They didn't offer to help. Every sound, the zipping of my suitcase, the closing of dresser drawers, felt like a nail being hammered into my heart. Before I left, I stood on the porch one last time, breathing in the scent of pine and fresh-cut grass. This was supposed to be my forever home. I drove back to my small rental apartment in the city, my dream crumbling with every mile. 2 weeks passed before I heard from Daniel again. He called not to apologize, but to ask about the property deed. That's when it hit me. Maybe this wasn't just about space or helping the family. Maybe my own son had been waiting for this moment, for me to finally get something worth taking. I didn't yell. I didn't threaten. Instead, I called my lawyer. The house was in my name alone. Daniel had no legal claim. The next morning, I drove back to the farmhouse. When Sarah answered the door, I handed her a notice. They had 30 days to vacate. "You can't do this," she snapped. "I can," I said quietly. "This is my home, and I'm done letting anyone, even family, take that away." Daniel didn't speak to me for weeks. But then one day Emily came by on her bike. She handed me a folded piece of paper. It was a crayon drawing of the farmhouse, with the words, "Grandpa's house forever." I put it on my fridge. Every morning I see it and it reminds me, family should be built on love, not ownership. And dreams, no matter how late in life they come true, are worth protecting.